sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reed trying to get it to Rose, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
By the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Number 38.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
On the ground, this is Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The field goal is...
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Reed. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
4-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Reed is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 3, Raiders 0.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun. Reed. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They downed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No problem. That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in the conference.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know, we play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just run them in here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Again, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raiders have got him. We say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
To throw is Reed. Throwing on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Reed throwing again on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Reed's pass.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Reed. Throwing right when that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Reed. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Reed. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Reed. No return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts
A big loss
as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Vikings.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out.
to the 25. So out come the Raiders.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Raiders 6.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Williams. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Reed. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
That keeps the score Vikings 17. Raiders 12.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and...
He's got it in. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now Reed to throw on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Their own 41.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That catch good for only a couple.
To number 83. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter play. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Here's Reed on first down. Reception here by Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Reed, and a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Reed now to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Reed. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
And it'll be intercepted. It's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped out as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
And out. 4th down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Reed on 1st and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Reed's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Reed. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
Minnesota.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Today's final score, Vikings.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their season is on life support somewhat now.